Estamos ahora en hora de almuerzo y vamos a seguir por aquí. Vamos a regresar a las conferencias. Hello, Vivi. Say hello to Peru. Welcome to Taiwan.
Welcome to Taiwan, please come.
See you next time. Bye bye.
Of Anchor Taiwan, a platform for world-class entrepreneurs and professionals to experience and succeed in Asia. This year, she started Anchor Venture Partners, a cross-border funding network as a part of Anchor Taiwan's expansion. Eliza is a mentor for Founder Institute, a premier pre-seed startup accelerator from Silicon Valley. And in 2018, she was awarded 40 Under 40 by Girls in Tech, a global nonprofit organization focused on the engagement, education, and empowerment of women in technology. So, without further ado, let us welcome Ms. Eliza Shou, founder and CEO of Anchor Taiwan. 欢迎 Anchor Taiwan 创办人兼执行长邱环萱小姐。Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes. Alright, I know this is right after lunch. You might get a little bit sleepy, but let's try to power through for the next couple of hours because I'm sure that the speakers after me, including James over there, will give you a lot of information that will be very useful for your entrepreneurial journey. So let me do a quick survey first. Who here are from Taiwan? Woo! Alright, you got to take care of our friends from all over the world, alright? Okay, give me some shout out. Where are you from?
Mexico.
Mexico. Alright, where else?
Peru.
New Zealand.
Peru.
Really? Wow, okay. Where else? Russia. And? Canada. Wow. Vietnam. We have like a mini UN here. Japan. Anyone from Korea here? Korea. Malaysia. Woo. So now we know which countries are shy. Vietnam, do we hear that? Anywhere else that we missed? Right? Oh wow! I've always wanted to visit there. I haven't had a chance to visit yet. Maybe I should connect with you so as we go afterwards. So my name is Elisa Chiu. I'm the founder and CEO of Anchor Taiwan. In the next 25 minutes or so, I'm going to share a little bit about Taiwan, this amazing little island, some information that you might or might not know of already, and I will also share a little bit in terms of this platform that we have been building in the last 2 years or so. Sounds good?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get started. Before we start, we have a super educated crowd of people here, right? That's what I was told by the member. So first we're gonna start with some trivia. Assuming that you got some education about Taiwan already. So now I have 5 statements here. And I would like you to pick one that you think is incorrect. Ready? Alright, so the first one is Taiwan has the most variety of pineapples in the world. Did you get to have any pineapple during lunch or after you get here?
Yes.
Make sure you get some because they're like super sweet and awesome, right? So that's the first statement. Second, Taiwan is the home of the biggest contract manufacturer in the world. That's kind of like a giveaway, huh? Kind of an easy one. Third, Taiwan has the biggest, Google's largest engineering office in Asia. 4, Taiwan has the lowest birth rates. And the 5th one, Taiwan's GDP per capita, adjusted for purchasing power parity, ranks number 14 in the world. All right, take your pick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pick one that you think is incorrect for Taiwan. Ready? Okay, the first one. Raise your hand. You think Taiwan doesn't have the most variety of pineapple in the world? Okay. Oh, so we have one. All right. How about number 2? Taiwan is the home of the biggest contract manufacturer in the world. Okay, we still have about 3. Okay, that picks this one. How about the third one? Taiwan
La
has
segunda
Google's
subproducto.
largest engineering office in Taiwan,
Parte quinta
in
es
the world,
verdad.
in Asia. So quite a few people don't think that Taiwan has that many engineers working for Google, huh? All right. Number 4, Taiwan has the lowest birth rates. Wow, so you believe we can make babies? All right, okay.
Ese es verdad.
So the big one, Taiwan's GDP adjusted for PPP is number 14 in the world.
Ya.
So you don't think that's true? All right. So it seems like the number 3 and number 4 has the most votes here, right?
Yes.
All right. So are you ready for the answer?
Yeah.
Ya.
Okay.
Where to?
Actually, it was a trick question.
No.
All of this are correct statements about Taiwan. That might surprise you. So number 3, especially after Google acquired HTC's mobile phone division, now Taiwan has the biggest engineering office for Google. They're actually still hiring, still expanding. If you have a chance to visit New Taipei in Banqiao area, they're still building, expanding like crazy, hiring a lot of talent here in Taiwan, on top of what we have already got. So we do have a lot of engineers working for Google, powering especially the hardware. Anybody uses Pixar, Google Pixar phone? All right, there you go. You know, we are powering your phone from here secretly. Number 4, we do, according to Google, have the lowest birth rate here. So when it comes to startup topics, think about that. If we don't have enough babies, what would be needed here? Might be interesting to spend some time on that topic. So I'm going to share a bit of information that might surprise you or that might be useful. And I'm going to put them into roughly 4 categories. The first one, I'm going to talk a little bit about the markets here in Taiwan. And afterwards, I'm going to talk a bit about talents, about partnerships, and about funding here in Taiwan. So first of all, when it comes to Taiwan, because we're on this super tiny island, right? So a lot of people, the first question they will ask, is that big enough in terms of the markets? So who from around the world, among you, this is the first time for you to visit Taiwan? Oh, quite a lot of you. All right, okay. So can I do another survey? Out of you, I know that we still have a lot of students, right? Also students interested in entrepreneurship, also entrepreneurs already. Okay, so coming here, assuming that you're entrepreneurs or you're thinking about building something, who wants to target Taiwan as a market? You can be honest, that's okay. Not many hands, right? Yeah, because typically, even the Taiwanese people will think, Taiwan is not a big enough market. But I think we should think about, is big important or is meaningful important? And I'm going to give you some idea. First of all, this guy, kind of famous here. Who knows who he is? Come on. Yeah?
He's looking for.
So some people know who he is, right? He is the Pokemon grandpa here in Taiwan. He's a real person.
¿Cómo se llaman los animalitos Pokémon?
And basically he became so famous, he's so crazy about catching the monsters with his
Una persona con tanto celular, tremendo mercado.
And he became so famous that he
eso
even became the TV commercial person for ASUS, the Zen phone. And if a 60-year-old guy can be this crazy about gaming and about mobile phone here in Taiwan, I guess that gives you some ideas about our mobile phone penetration and about our gaming industry here in Taiwan. This guy, do you want to guess who his real occupation is? Anybody knows? He's so famous now. Now his job is just kind of being out there, and recently we have this huge event in New Taipei City about Pokemon, and then he basically just kind of go out there, and all the journalists and all that just wanted to take pictures. A lot of tourists wanted to take pictures with him. But I use this picture to show you that, in fact, while you think Taiwan might be small, we have a population of 23 million. It's not huge, but it's bigger than a lot of places. And it's also a meaningful size for you to test your product and services. And more importantly, this is a place where people actually pay. So with this tiny island with 23 million of population, we have consistently ranked top 5 when it comes to Google Play revenue. This is a report from App Annie. Who has heard of App Annie? So if you want to build your startup's mobile phone, they have annual reports with global trends and a lot of insights in different parts of the places. If you haven't heard of them, you should go and check them out and download their reports. But basically, you can see, both in terms of iOS and in terms of Google Play, not in terms of, we're not that kind of like up there in terms of number of downloads. But as an entrepreneur, do you care about downloads or do you care about revenue?
Revenue.
I want to see money. And Taiwan actually ranks really high when it comes to revenue for both iOS and Google Play. So that's probably something to think about. And because we're not so huge that it's difficult and impossible for a startup to navigate. So it's a perfect market for early stage entrepreneurs to test out their products so that they can know whether they should tweak something before they basically fully launch to other parts of Asia. Next, let's think a little bit about talent. I suppose, like, if you want to build something, they say, like, if you want to walk fast, walk by yourself, and if you want to walk long, what?
Work together.
Anybody have heard? Walk together, right? So you'll find someone to help you to build your products. So this guy, this is actually an article on Forbes. And again, it confirms what we just talked about Google. So why Google, IBM, Microsoft, and Microsoft are all expanding in Taiwan this year. So not just Google, but all of these other big players, they discovered that, hey, there are a lot of software and hardware talents here. We should probably go there. And guess what? In terms of value, it's incredible. Because we have relatively low cost of living. So when it comes to salary level in between Taiwan and Silicon Valley or a lot of other parts of the world, while we have very good, standard of living, for entrepreneurs, it's actually a great place to extend your runway. And so these are some of the startups where founders that were educated overseas, they realized that, I should probably come to Taiwan to take advantage of this. And if you want to find out a little bit about, top startups these days in Taiwan, these are some of the good places to begin. Typically, these are started with startup founders from around the world, from overseas or educated overseas. They came here to work with Taiwanese local team. And now let's talk about partners. Anybody building anything hardware related over here? Oh, right, great. We got a few heads. So the shortest distance, this guy said, and let me give you some background information about this guy first. This guy, his name is Azizi Tucker, and he was the first person that Tesla sent to Asia to survey the supply chain in Asia, before they built their first Tesla. They wanted to know where they should go to source their battery, all different parts of the cars, so on and so forth. And eventually, this guy decided to stay in Taiwan to start his own startup companies here. And he once told us, when we went to visit him, he said Taiwan has the shortest distance between your dream and reality. And why is that? Because here, not only because we're tiny, so it's kind of like easy to move around, but also because we have a lot of manufacturing partners who are flexible, who are efficient, who just kind of like hustling to get things happen for you. So for him, back then, for Tesla, a lot of people don't know, we actually made a lot of early stages Teslas, different components, they actually did a lot of sourcing here. Even SpaceX, they actually kind of like came here to look for their supply chain partners as well. And who has seen this? They're kind of famous recently. Who knows who this is? Anybody? This just got listed end of last month. No one? Really?
No.
Okay, some more hints. Yeah? I see a hint. They're from New York, and they have this like on-demand, people call it, how do they call it? the Netflix of fitness. And so you can basically buy this bike, and then you can do your cycling class at home with this like really famous and fun trainers wherever you are in the world. It's called Peloton. Anybody heard of them? So it's a unicorn from New York, and they just got listed with like 8 billion valuation. But in 2012, the founder of Peloton, when they first got the funding for their product developments, he came to Taiwan, and he basically was sourcing for a supplier that would be, reliable, that would be able to make him make the products that he needs. And he found someone in Taiwan. And guess what? From 2012, and by the way, this is the company that they partnered with. And that's the guy, that's the second generation of this company. In Taiwan, we have a lot of what we call hidden champion. He's the second generation that convinced his father to work with the founder of Peloton. Because when they first came over, they were a tiny startup. Like this guy, like especially his father, he was like, I've never heard of this guy. And this person from the States, we're not sure whether we can trust him. This is like a new business model we have never heard of. But the second generation, this guy, he convinced his father to take this order, and then they have grown together with Peloton. From 2012 till now, they haven't switched the supplier. And like the additional supplier that they source, so this one is actually for their bike. They also source another supplier for the treadmill, also from Taiwan. And by the way, because they stick with the Chinese suppliers with the quality and everything, when they filed S1 for their IPO, it was actually listed as a risk factor because in terms of diversifying your risk, they have to disclose to the investors that our only supplier is in Taiwan, even though they're awesome and great quality, blah, 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 but they still need to disclose that. So the latest, this is not kind of like 100% confirmed yet, but the latest rumor is that Peloton is coming to buy this supplier, this one, in Taiwan. So this one is going to become part of Peloton. Who knows this company? Yeah, so they got bought by Amazon, right? One of the biggest, most successful hardware startups in the world. Guess where they went for their hardware supplier? Here. It's getting easier, huh? So again, they also came here to find a good partner, a reliable partner to work with. I'll give you another example. This one probably not many people know. I don't know. Like anybody knows who this guy is?
Yeah.
Yeah? Wow. How did you know about him?
I like the NBA.
Oh, okay. Tell us a little bit about this guy. So he owns this team.
Yeah, the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah. And he also, I think, is one of the richest guy under like 35 or something.
Yeah.
In
In
the
the
world,
NBA,
right?
only Steve Ballmer is richer than him. Right?
Yeah. In fact, according to what I saw, his net wealth is even higher than Guo Taiming, the chairman of Foxconn. Very cool. So,
I'm not sure about that.
Pretty young and reasonably good looking and successful, huh? And again, in 2005, at the time, he just quit his job at Google. So he was a Google engineer. But he has this dream that he wanted to build this like Wi-Fi connector and to kind of disrupt that world. And again, he came to Taiwan and he worked with actually one of our partners, Mike's Electronics. And again, this is actually the son, that guy, using the, how do you call that thing, big mind thing. Again, as a second generation, he convinced his father that, hey, let's give this guy a shot. Let's work with him, give him a chance. Maybe this will work out. So again, since 2005 till now, they have been working together, and Ubiquiti, that company, now they become the biggest clients for this Taiwanese supplier. Tons of examples. These are just like 3 quick examples in terms of world successful startups coming to Taiwan and have really amazing good results working together. So how about money, right? Like, hey, we gotta still have some funding to further our dream. So the good news is that we do have a lot of money here. So this is an article recently from Bloomberg. Basically, saying that we have a lot of rich people, but people tend to be humble, so they don't really buy a lot of like fancy bags or whatever. However, people do know how to enjoy life. But the key thing here is, this is a quick summary from the article. First one, Taipei actually is ranked number 8 among cities for those with more than USD 30 million. That's quite a lot of money. Well, in my opinion, at least for me, I'll be pretty happy with that. I don't know about you, but you should dream big. So maybe you should add at least 2 more zeros after that. But here's the thing. Maybe this is the same, similar with your home country. So Taiwan's super wealthy own an average of 5.4 homes each. And that's higher than people in Hong Kong and higher than people in the Middle East. So what does that mean? That people actually put a lot of their money in real estate. It doesn't mean that they don't have money, there's tons of that here. But then they just don't necessarily put that into early stage startups. And also because here, a lot of the money, a lot of the owners or the billionaires, they get their money from their hardware companies. So they tend to have this ODM cost down. We got to like make sure that we're competitive with our margin. So they tend not they probably don't really understand the Silicon Valley type of business model that directly. It's changing though. However, I want to give you the background in terms of the situation over here. While we actually started seeing a lot of changes here. So another picture for you to understand a little bit. Let's say eventually you come here to set up your company or to start working with partners here and you want to look for a strategic investor. How does it look like? Do you go to angels? Do you go to VCs? Where do you go? This is actually an actual report that just got released, I think 1 or 2 weeks ago, so relatively still pretty fresh. In Taiwan, a huge percentage, in fact more than half, of the funding actually comes from corporates. And a lot of this might not be super transparent to navigate. Let's say, for example, this Foxconn, Lite-On, Wistron, a lot of these names. Well, first of all, a lot of people outside of Taiwan might have never heard of them, even though it might be like $1 billion company. But because we have a lot of these kind of hidden champions powering the world from kind of like behind the scene, we're not really owning the brands. A lot of people don't really know who they are. That's the first issue. The second thing is, a lot of these companies, they may not have an actual department that's like CVC, we're the corporate venture capital department. A lot of them don't. But then they do invest out of sometimes their balance sheets, sometimes their chairman's, accounts. It's very common to have that kind of arrangements here. But the percentage of the pool, the money from that source, is actually very substantial. And very often, people come here to look for not just their manufacturer. Very often, the manufacturers might also become the strategic investor for them. Of course, we also have the traditional VC. It accounts for almost half, 48% of the funding here in Taiwan. However, at the moment, most of them still do later stage investment. In Taiwan, when it comes to angel, pre-seed, C-level kind of like investments, still not that easy to find. There are some, and as I said, growing. But then most of the VCs here will focus on probably at least Series A and beyond. And then of course, we also have the National Development Fund. You might have heard of them a little bit. We have the National Development Council with a lot of developments and funding for startups, both domestically and internationally. And we also got some foreign investors here. So that's a bit of kind of like overview in terms of the situation here. I hope that will give you a bit of introduction about our little island. And I'll share a little bit in terms of what we have been building in the last 2 to 3 years or so and why we're doing this. So Anchor Taiwan is a platform to really connect the world with entrepreneurship with Taiwan. And we want people to come here and to partner and to learn from the best leaders and companies that powers the world from Taiwan. So essentially, what we're building is an entrepreneurial tech community. And from this year, we also started with early stage investment because, as I said, we believe that that part of funding is lacking. but it's also super critical if you want to have a healthy startup ecosystem. So we focus on early stage. And what we do when our entrepreneurs in the program are here in Taiwan, we take them to understand what's the process of corporate innovation here. Who are some of the key players here? So we took them to, say, for example, HTC, LION, some of the biggest, most successful hardware and software companies here in Taiwan. We want to introduce the hardware supply chain for them. This picture was actually taken at MIT so My Electronics, the third example that I share with you. So they are one of our partners. So very often, especially when we have startup founders that have early stage like prototyping kind of needs, we connect them with them. We want to also showcase a lot of these hidden champions because we have a solid traditional industries and a lot of these people, they're thirsty for technology, for new ways of thinking and doing things for their own industry. Because while they have millions and billions of revenue every year, they also know that they have to do something. They cannot just kind of like stay the way they are because they know the world is changing really fast. So they want to have startup participation, they want to have this international mentality. And that's also why we want the world to see them while providing opportunities for people to actually work together and to do amazing things, either through products, different services that they're building. So we have done 8 cohorts from 2017, and so far we have had founders from Y Combinator, 500 startups, and tech executives from Uber, Intel, Microsoft, so on and so forth, with alumni from all over the world. But anyway, I just wanted to quickly share a little bit about what we do. The key thing here is to really, for you to hopefully understand a little bit about what Taiwan is all about. And also, like for us, we are doing this because we really believe that the biggest issues in the world require more cross-border collaboration. This is not a world where you can just kind of sit at home and build your little things, because a lot of the biggest issues that we're facing right now, they're global. And we need talent from all over the world to work together. We really believe in that. We believe that diversity is the source of innovation. And what's the best way to have diversity? Bring people from different places and culture together. We believe that people with different fields and discipline, if we bring them together, we'll come up with better ways of doing things. Anyway, so that's a bit about what we do. And I guess, if you want to connect with me, you can send me an email or find me on LinkedIn. And I think we have time for questions.
Yes, we have 5 minutes for Q&A.
All right, thank you.
Hello everyone, hello, hi.
Hi, hello.
Okay, I have to say, I didn't discuss with Elisa before, but before you start, you will find out that we have some concepts are quite the same after the speech. And today I will briefly introduce my company and also give you some advice and comment if you want to start your own company in Taiwan. Okay. So it's my short introduction. I graduated from USC, California. So anyone from US? No? Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, Canada is fine too. We are friends, Canada, US. Okay, and not only my company of Tremona, I also is an initiator of YPMJ, Young Professional Mountain J. It's a professional, community with young professionals, and I'm also co-founder of TAVAR, which is Taiwan Association for Virtual and Augmented Reality. So it's a VR and AR group in Taiwan, and also I'm the director of Redefined Tourism Mixer. So RTM is also group for startup in travel industry. So anyone doing something about travel? This room? No? Oh, one, two, great. I will tell you, travel is a very, very, appealing industry to go. Okay, so it's my company. So we believe experience first. Experience can empower everyone to know more about the world and to be a better you. So my company's key key vision is about experience first. And travel is not easy. It's not that easy because based on some data in Taiwan, average travel expense in Taiwan is about 40, 50, 100 NT dollars. It's almost about 1.2 times average monthly salary in Taiwan, and only 0.66 times per year. And only 32.5% population in Taiwan, they can travel, abroad more than once a year. And also health and age factor limit the travel experience. Elderly people and the people with some disabilities, they cannot really go for traveling, or they cannot really enjoy travel. So that's why we do a 3-moment VR. So our vision statement for 3-moment VR is we want to let everyone can travel anytime, anywhere, and for everyone. So our slogan is your portal to the world. It's like science fiction. So you can come to my place, use VR, and can experience the travel around the world. So how we do it? So my company, we have some team for digital content, some team for VR and XR, and we do data-driven analysis, and we make a customized, personalized travel products. So we combine all together. We can analyze, and we can sort of, I will tell you later. Okay, so let's say YXR. So in 2015, during the FA conference, Facebook Mark Zuckerberg had a short keynote.
Hey everyone, and welcome to FA. So if we look back at Facebook 5 years ago, most of the content that people shared was text. Now today, it's photos, other visual content. If you fast forward 5 years, it's going to be video. And if you look out even further beyond that, it's probably going to be even more immersive content like VR and AR. I want to show you something kind of fun. It's a bit futuristic, but it's an example of the kind of content that we expect to see in the system over time. These are spherical videos. You can move around within it, and you can change your viewing angle. Now, this is a new and much more immersive type of content. It's not something that you just consume passively. You're actually interacting with it, and you feel like you're there.
So it's 2015. So based on Facebook's observation and our observation, people intend to communicate with each other with more richer media format and with more like immersive format. So like back to, we will say like 200 years ago, people communicate with each other with words, text. And then maybe within 100 years or 15 years, we communicate with photos. And then nowadays, people doing like videos, like TikTok or like YouTube. People like using video to social with each other, to communicate with each other. And we project like 5 years in the future, it will be like VR and AR, or maybe 10 years, yeah. And during this, Zuckerberg said it's like, it's 2015, right? He said 5 years ago it's gonna be video. But we know today it's like 2019, it's already video. So it's faster than we thought. So we will say like XR would be like next big thing for giant platform, giant media format. Oh, by the way, XR, it means like VR, augmented reality, and also hybrid reality, all the reality technology. We combine all, we call it XR. So what we have, my company, we have Tree Moment content media. So we're using this for online engagement. And we also have Tree Moment VR. So it's a VR travel theme park. You guys will visit in Wednesday, right? Wednesday. And it's like a flying experience. So that people can use VR to travel around the world. And we also have a travel agent. So we combine the data in online media and offline experience. So we use this data to customize and personalize your travel products for our customer. So that's our customer journey. We start with Tree Moment online, and we do marketing for mass communication, and we have a VR offline experience, and we have food, drink. You can shopping here, and we have some social event. So like a seminar or lectures, something, and we have a travel agent for real travel products. And after that, people travel in the destination, they will post their like articles, share their photos in the Tree Moment online media. So it's close the user journey. So we have all the data collected by us, so we can do some AI analysis. Okay, that's Tree Moment VR. So we call it in travel themed entertainment, combined eating, dinner, and entertainment. Now there is a short video, but when you visit Wednesday, it can looks different because we're a startup, so we change fast than normal company. Hey, I think okay, no video. Okay. Sorry, I don't know why no videos, but okay. Can we play? Okay, I'll do it later. Basically, we have some VR travel experience, themed restaurant, courses, seminar, and mixer all happen here offline. And that's our online travel media. That's a website about not only articles but also videos. So let's see the video if we can play it. Okay. So it's a video about our newest thing about VR. It's See You Again. So C is the ocean sea. Sorry, it's in Chinese subtitle, but you can feel. So it's like 80% of this video is shot in Taiwan. So if you have enough time, you can travel to sightseeing in Taiwan. Okay, so it's our user profile. It's about 60% female, only 40% male. But usually female like travel more than male. So let's do a questioning. So anyone who like travel in this room? Okay, see female is more than male. Quite the same. Okay. Okay, so for us, we have monthly peak page of about over 500,000, and we have IG, Facebook, all over is more than 100,000 followers. So that's our travel agent. We have some selected tours for like Tokyo, Bhutan, Japan, Thailand. Okay, so basically we define ourselves as a life experience platform, and our slogan is your portal to the world. So basically it's a short introduction of my company. So next section I will give some 2 cents, my 2 cents for a start nowadays, especially in Taiwan. So startup nowadays, I would say like the door for global internet startup is closed. I mean, like if you want to solve a general problem worldwide, there's almost no chance for you. It's cruel, but yeah, it's a fact. Because big giant already dominate especially Google, Facebook, they take about 95% market share of online marketing. So there's almost no chance for startup company. And then nowadays the CPC is too high. The cost per customer is too high and getting higher and higher. So if you want to do some startup for apps, it's going to cost you a lot of money to get initial users. And it's hard to get talent for startups, especially software engineer. It's like hard to compete with like Google, Facebook. They hire software engineer, give the very good package. As a startup, it's hard to compete with those big giant. But actually, we would say the window for regional startup is still open. It means that you can solve some problem for a region or for a nation. Like you can still like solving, or you can use the experience maybe in your country and solve a problem in the other country. Like if you have some successful experience in Taiwan, you can use this experience to solve quite the same problem in Southeast Asia, in Africa, or in some North-South America maybe. So for regional, it's still open. And like for payment service for travelers, it's a big opportunity is here. So I know some team doing blockchain. They try to use blockchain to solve payment, for travelers, especially in Southeast Asia, because there are so many different currencies there. So it's hard to do the how to say 结算. Anyway, it's hard to do the payment there. Okay, and also logistic for e-commerce, and do some like import, export, like products, entertainment, like games. You can do like your games in maybe like Chinese game, export to Southeast Asia is still open. And startup nowadays, like I would say, like don't do apps anymore unless you have lots of money and or you have special resources. App is not a good topic for startup. CPI too high. For game industry, the CPI is about $5 to $7 per install. I remember, so it's too high for if you want to acquire like 100,000 users. It's gonna cost you a lot, and it's hard to keep daily active users and monthly active users because nowadays people intend to use some certain apps that can solve all, like Grab in Southeast Asia, like Facebook. They dominate all the daily applications, and also it burns lots of money if you want to do apps. So, and also for VCs, they don't really interested in apps anymore. So I would say if you want to do startup nowadays, XR, 5G, AI, blockchain are hot. So you can go on those areas. And 5G and AI is kind of R&D heavy. So unless you're like have a bunch of engineers, then you can do 5G and AI. Otherwise, I would say blockchain and XR is maybe the best fit for you because it's easy to start from small. You can start from like 2 or 3 founding members. You can do XR, and you can do blockchain. So once you find a killer app, you will win big. In the startup environment in Taiwan, I would say not like Alyssa. I would say both like weakness and strength. So for weakness, it's like most VC in Taiwan, they don't really take venture. So not VC here. As I said, like for early stage, it's not that friendly here in Taiwan. And also regulations are not that not that friendly actually for startups. So some of my friends, they start their own company. They set their like holding company in BVI, Cayman, Delaware, somewhere else, and operate here in Taiwan. But the strength is like we have lots of great startup communities. For me, like Taobao, like RTM, like they are very good startup communities. So you can easily find some partners there, do some business cooperation, and the overall cost is low. You know, like labor cost is low, living cost is low. So it's good for a startup company to start from beginning. And a good talent pool, and also perfect consumer market for startups. So these two, like Alyssa mentioned before, like Taiwan is the internet penetration is about almost 100%. So everyone has cell phone. So it's a great place for doing some like tech business, internet business here. And also we have a vast ecosystem for prototyping right there. So like if you're doing hardware, you can easily get all your supplier here. And if you want to do software, a lot of software company, studios can help you build up your prototype. So it's a great, and also Taiwan market is a perfect fit for a small proof of concept here. And you can, once you prove your concept, you can migrate to a bigger market like China, Southeast Asia, Japan, Korea. Yeah, so some suggestions for young entrepreneurs. So don't start if you just graduate from school. I mean, it's a bad idea unless you have lots of money to burn. Don't start. So I would say like you join a startup when you graduate from school, and or join a big company like Google, Facebook when you graduate from school, and join another startup, you know, after that, and then start your own company. That's why is the you get biggest win rate if you want to be success. And today best topic are AI, 5G, XR, blockchain, and solving regional problems. If you want to do apps or online business, if you do 5G, XR, AI, you can do it globally. Solving a general problem for global market. But if you want to do app, do internet business, do online business, go for regional problems. And you can take Taiwan as your initial prototyping base. And then find a global money, from Silicon Valley, from China, from anywhere else, Hong Kong, Singapore, and expand to a bigger market. And also, that's the last advice I would say before your dream. Build up your cash engine first. It will makes you feel like less stressful. If you can build up a cash engine, you can make a lot of money, so you don't have to rush for the next fundraising, and you have the luxury to explore some more business opportunities. Okay, that's it. I ran out of my time, so.
Hello everyone. It's my honor to be invited there to sharing my topic to everyone. So this is the last one topic, right? And after you can have dinner. Okay, hopefully I can still keep awake. Okay, my name is Uniform. Yes, you are right. You don't miss hurrying because my Mandarin speaking is called 制服. So that's why, just for easy to remember who I am, so I call uniform lead. So now you're learning one Mandarin. It's 制服. It's meaning uniform. Okay. So Starboard is a platform for entrepreneur from South Asia country who is interested in start their business in Taiwan.
and we provide a one-stop solution for them. So until now, you may ask me why you choose South Asia, an Indian country. Why you don't choose like USA or Korean or Japan? I tell you why. Because we found the student from South Asia and Indian in Taiwan is increasing. It's reached about 50,000 now. It's not including overseas Chinese. Wow, you are not surprised? Actually, it's a lot. 50,000 international students in Taiwan is not including the overseas Chinese. So we're thinking, wow, because before I stopped this program, I didn't know. I just thinking, I study NTUT. Maybe I study engineer there, and I study my law school there. So I spent maybe 6 or 7 years there in NTUT. We just found out, oh yeah, many friends from South Asia, but I didn't know we have more about 50,000 students. So that's we thinking, wow, it's very close, and they have a very very highly growth GDP. So we're thinking, yeah, maybe we can help them. So we believe for everyone's career plan, maybe entrepreneurship is your option. It's one of your options for your career. It's for you can be success. So that's why we start this business. Start our core value for Starbucks. We established until now already 3 years. It's already 3 years. Actually, it's very tough. At the beginning, it's very difficult because we try to persuade everyone. Say, hey, we want to do this, we want to do this. But yeah. And so we're thinking, what's our core value and what can we provide? And if you want to start your business in Taiwan, what do you need? What do you need? I think it's for everyone. If you want to develop your business in any country, you are facing the same problem. Like you need to know how to apply visa, right? You need to know what's the government administrative process, how long the process you need to take it, what's your legal compliance, how to apply the tax return, how to find your employee, how to dismiss your company. Every information you don't know. So how can we expect the international student in Taiwan can stay in Taiwan? So we're thinking, yeah, if you want to stay in Taiwan, the first thing is you need to have courage and determination. And the second, if you can understand all your costs, all your risk, and all the procedure, right? You will think, yeah, stay in Taiwan and start my business is a good choice. Maybe it's one of my career choice. Right? So that's why now that Starbucks, actually we can apply. We are the one of the company association can approve the entrepreneur visa. And we can provide a one-stop solution. So we have a consulting service. I think this is very important because not every startup team is very success. Almost the company startup team, they start from a very early stage. Except you have a very rich background, your father or your group, your company, they invest directly. I think most of the startup team. You need to face in the very early stage moment, so it's very tough. So I think we believe if you necessarily need this very consultant, if you can get access the very good advice, it's very good for your business. So But the most later we will mention today's most important topic is how you can find a resource in Taiwan and your funding in Taiwan. Okay, so you can see the business and investor, and we also provide a local connection. So if after you welcome to stay in Taiwan, if you need to join any party or want to know someone else, the foreigner startup team, ecosystem community, welcome to contact us. Our team will tell you the further information. Okay, so our team they draft this entrepreneur manual. So everyone, if you can search the Starboard on Facebook. We have a guidebook there. We almost spend 1 year to organize all the content, and you can really understand which every process and what you're facing. So you can follow our Facebook. We already upload on Facebook, and you can download this electronic file, so you can be your guidebook for your first step, or you want to start your business in Taiwan. Okay. Okay. So now we already have we have a partner we have a 6 partner from the overseas, from South Asia country, and we also set up branch in Thailand this year, and we build this relationship because for Starboard we have a limited resource, so it's impossible. We say, hey, we can help you to develop business in India. That's impossible. So we build a relationship with them. Based on we take care of their friend in Taiwan. For example, we help the Indian student start their business in Taiwan. So we use our record to invite Indian incubator or association. Say, hey, maybe we can be a partner, right? We hope we can help each other. If your friend want to develop a business in Taiwan, we can help. So. The same, if our staff team want to invest in India, we hope you can help, can provide clearly and fully information for them, like us. So that's why we have a partner from the South Asia, already 6 countries. We build our relationship by this way. But if you want to develop a Thailand, you can find us because we have branch office there for this year. Okay, and we also have many mentors, including NTUT and like Amazon and lawyer, patent attorney, and industry representative, kind of like a SUS, like a Wistron, something like that. So I think this is not a big issue if you want to start your business. I think we are lovely to introduce you to them. They are all the key person in Taiwan. Okay, and we also many partners, like every different agency, different consulting firm, and association, and school, and industry, and enterprise. So how we can know what we do? So every day, every year, we will host a campus roadshow to touring our core value, to communicate our core value to everyone. Say, hey, if you want to start your business in Taiwan, this is step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 there. So if you're interested, contact us. Okay? And then we also regularly organize the event to connect Taiwan international startup community. We believe, and the most important thing is, we hope all the kind of resource can help our member to get the invest and the case, right? It's a core value because the Starboard, the priority for our core value is to help our member to be success. is our the best story for us. So we will regularly to organize this kind of event. Every 2 months we will organize one, and we have many members to find an investor during this event. So this is also one of your opportunity to get your investor, right? To join, like social. You need to join the community. You need to build up your social networking. You need to know many people to find a potential partner and a potential case. You need to again and again to tell them what you want and what you do. Okay, so we also invited 7 ambassadors from South Asia country. We believe through this ambassador can fully community our core value for Starbucks core value. This is what we believe. So this is our friend from India, from Thailand, from Indonesia. So if you're interested, it also can contact us. Okay. So, but I think if we just focus on the invest or funding, I think it's quite big or narrow, right? Because if your career, your company want to be success, it's based on a different field, different resource, different factor, right? It's not just for money. But for me, I prefer, if we have an investor, I prefer the investor from industry. It's like kind of strategy investment, right? Because Taiwan, we have a complete industry, and we have very good OEM and ODM industry. So maybe they need you. Maybe it's good you can focus on your branding. They just sponsor you. They just support you for OEM, ODM, and they have many resources can help you. Yeah. So let's talk about a very most important topic today: how to find your resource and the funding. The one is like this. But I think this as can I ask one question? How many people present for all startup company? Or just all students? Okay, how many people you have your own company? Wow, maybe 10. So other is all from student, also all for student, right? Okay, it's good. So I think for the if you are the founder of your company, I think you're very familiar for that because it's related to your company can survive or not. And the venture fund, and the angel investor, and the private equity. This is all PowerPoint. We can share it. We will share to organizer that you can share to everyone if you want this PowerPoint. Yeah. So I can ask another question. Do everyone, if you have your own company, do you ever accept any funding already? Please take your hand. Raise your hand. Okay. Which stage you are?
I'm with the venture fund.
Angel fund. Okay. You know, thank you. Interesting thing is the Starbucks we also accept the angel fund because at the beginning we are very poor, so our team to steal our story. Say, hey, we want to do that. So one angel say, oh, okay, it's good. I think we believe you can build the Taiwan international community. It's also good for me if after I looking for the target to invest. So for this issue, for this concern, they invest us. So we don't know. I never think about that. One day say, hey, yeah, your idea is good. Okay. If just a few million, okay, I invest you. It's nothing for them. If you can help them to find another potential like success case, so that's like kind of this cooperation. So like private equity is kind of this thing. Like we will cooperate with like a Mary industry. This is a public company. They build iPod, AirPod. they also seeking the startup team they can invest because they want to find some interesting case or company they want to invest, and they are very good at the manufacture, right? So I think this is very wonderful if you focus on this field for sound or your radio, something like that. The industry is I think it's very, very good to cooperate with them, and they also can invest in you. So that's why I say, for my opinion, the strategy investment, I think we can build a win-win, right? Because sometimes, because we are working in the law firm too, because our Starboard, we have a full-time, or we have a team, all full-time, to focus on this Starboard. Because for our experience, if you just want the money, the funding concern, maybe you can borrow the money from the bank. It's we are really truly, from my experience, we are not suggest you to borrow the money, to accept the investment if this investor you are not really understanding is real, because in the end will be very, very awful, because kind of shareholder will control your company. They want to lead your strategy and company strategy. So that in the end you will very tired to communicate always every day by day, and they are not trust each other. So in the end, your company will be dismissed. We're already facing many companies, especially the startup company, have this problem. So if you have confidence that we believe after 2 or 3 years, I can break even. Maybe borrow the money from bank is also the solution too. And also, like we say, maybe you can apply some government project, you can get some funding, right? So no matter you get any stage of your funding, in our Starboard opinion, we will highly suggest you really need to understand all detail and sign a contract for obligation for each other. Yeah. Okay, so we have C fund and the angel fund and Aaron, B-Ron. And then we have so is anyone to first time to see kind of this kind of that B-Ron? Is someone anyone just first time to listen kind of this? You? Just one? Okay, so everyone understand. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so we actually, at Starboard, we cooperate with some different stage investor. So just contact us, and our team will can discuss which resource you need. Okay. So this is amount of number we want to share today. The 51% Taiwan startup getting more than 1 million in investment. Okay. This is including like a new drug, because of our startup definition of startup in Taiwan is within 5 years company. 5 years company. Okay, so if you are an enterprise, your company support you to encourage you have a small company inside a big company, is also included in this number. So except if your topic is like a new drug or high-tech research, like a semiconductor, I believe this one is right. But in our experience, if you are very early stage, Taiwan, the investment is much smaller than any other country, kind of Japan, China, Korea, or Singapore. But still depends who you compare, which country you compare, right? But in our opinion, if you are very early stage, still very, very complicated because $1 million is quite big. But for new drug or high tech investment, this is nothing. This is another big scale, right? So, but for foreigner, for our staff or member, because for student or very young generation, it's very difficult to start your business like a new drug, new medicine, or some high tech company because you need to invest a lot of money at the beginning. So that's why if you want to focus on kind of this industry, you need. I think you looking for the strategy investment is better for you. Okay, so it's our team to collect to suggest 12 suggestions for staff which want to seek investor. Okay. One, explore your opinion. And done is better than perfect. Pinpoint the problem you are solving. It consists on your message. Number 4, I agree. It's very, very important because you need to trust yourself. You need to, because it's your core value. Nothing can lose. So I think because we are very proud for Starbucks, since 3 years, we consist the same core value at the beginning. So if you want to start, it's meaning you want to reach out to approach your dream. So I think this is important, and have a conviction and set a framework for innovation, build a team for the long term, hire talent people like you. Oh, this is very important. Because I find some CEO, they can accept your team is better than you. That's quite weird. Because you need to, I think the number 8 is very, very important. And the inspired sense of purpose. And this one is very, I didn't know before that. It's a no eureka moment. You can Google. Ideas fully from with the work. Failure around testing of idea. Okay, you can just we will share our PowerPoint for you. Okay, this is also our one of our speaker for our Think 9, our event. I think this is a very successful case in Taiwan because they accept the fund from the Japan and the Malaysia. Yeah, so now I think maybe we can forecast it will be IPO soon. Okay, so if you want our entrepreneur manual, you can search Facebook. You can download the file, and it can be your guidebook for first day if you want to start your business in Taiwan. Okay, thank you.